Good morning, my friends out here in the Western Pacific. It is currently Saturday, August 8th, 2020, and we have a tropical depression towards the south of Okinawa, towards the east of the Philippines. This is a tropical depression right now, but the Japan Meteorological Agency does expect this to become a tropical storm in the next 24 hours, based on their latest forecast. And if this does upgrade, which it is expected to, it will be named Jangmi. Now, I don't expect it to become much more than a weak tropical storm. There's a few reasons for this. Taking a look at a water vapor satellite imagery, there's actually a lot of dry air intrusion working its way in on the northwestern periphery of this system, plus a lot of moisture flowing in. But overall, this is building up into the upper level, creating an instance of vertical wind shear aloft. And you can actually see that here. This is the Philippines, by the way. I know it's hard to see on this map, and Okinawa here towards the north. And this is how upper level winds kind of working its way into the system, especially out towards the northwest of it. And that allows it to kind of get tipped off towards the side. So I think this is going to be a very easterly loaded, a right heavy storm system as it develops and moves towards the north. What that basically means is all the winds are going to be located towards the east of that center of circulation. Into Taiwan, for example, as this moves towards the north, I don't expect too many impacts. Now, for our friends in Okinawa, this is showing right around 9 a.m. on Sunday morning. That's when you're going to be really seeing some rather blustery winds. Actually, I know that the military base has already taken some steps ahead of time, which is fantastic news, issuing this T-Core storm watch there. Now, it's not a T-Core storm warning that they issue when they expect a full-on typhoon, or at least winds sustained at 50 knots. A watch means that they're expecting some damaging winds, but they are going to be less than 50 knots, just generally saying. So that's some good news. Kind of gives people a heads up. It is especially for those people that don't know Japanese, they don't see the warnings on TV, or might be relatively new to the island. I'm talking about you, the U.S. military out there for sure. So here's the main things. Expect a tropical storm. Now, does a tropical storm mean damaging weather? Not really, especially in Okinawa. This is going to be just a passing system, but you want to make those proper preparations. That's always something I always stress. You don't pick up the lawn furniture. Don't be the person that causes an international incident. Not expected to become a typhoon. And it's going to bring some wind and rain across the Ryukyu Islands, the southern Japanese islands, including Okinawa. I can't stress that enough, especially if you live on the southern and eastern slopes of the island. If you live on the western side, for example, outside of Kadena, you have American Town on the northwest side. I don't think they're going to get the winds as hard there, but if you live on the other side, it's going to be coming right on shore, and that's where you're going to be seeing those blustery conditions. You just pick up items. You know, the island's built for that type of weather. But you know, if you don't make the proper preparations, you could be causing problems, not only for you, but also your neighbors as well. So let's pull back the picture here, because of course this is moving off towards the north, and I mentioned all that moisture flow coming in. That's going to continue to bring scattered showers, and even like a little low might develop off the tail end of this over the Philippines. Don't expect a named storm by any means, guys. Don't ask me if something's really going to develop off of that. It's too much shear, but it's almost the habagat. I wouldn't quite say that yet, but it is plenty of moisture inflow, which is going to cause heavy rainfall across Luzon throughout the weekend and into the early part of next week. With that said, I do want to pull back the picture and just kind of give you a look, because I know people like to look ahead beyond this tropical system. It does look like, at least heading through the next 5 days, not much developing out there. You just continue to see that moisture flow, but I am, of course, going to continue to watch the easterlies. There is some moisture that could pop up a few things here or there. I mean, just taking a look at the infrared imagery, you got plenty of convection located back here towards the east that could develop something. But right now, there's just, it doesn't look like anything organized. You don't have any support aloft as far as outflow. It just seems pretty far-fetched for something significant to develop in the easterlies at this time. But the potential is there, you know, as Lloyd says, there is a chance. You get extra points, by the way, if you get that reference. But anyways, that is all for now. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, please let me know down in the comment box below. Trying these updates for my friends in Okinawa. I know I haven't done too many for you guys this year because you just haven't had anything. Also, I'm in Florida, so I concentrate on the weather here more so. But I got a lot of questions asking about this storm system. So stay safe, be smart. I think that's my biggest advice to take away. Don't panic. You don't need to rush to the store with this one and gather up water or anything like that. The island will fare just fine, but don't be that person that heads out to the beach to film the waves and gets cracked and knocked into the water. And it's happened before. I think 2015 or 14. Several airmen actually got swept out to sea while they were filming waves from a storm that was not directly over Okinawa. So, you just got to be smart. All right, guys, stay safe out there. Thanks for watching.